Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we dive deep into the emotional twists, complex betrayals, and shifting alliances shaking Port Charles on Monday, August 4th. As secrets unravel and loyalties are tested, the lives of key players like Ava, Jason, Britt, Brooklyn, and Jocelyn are about to collide in ways no one saw coming. With every decision drawing them deeper into conflict, each character faces the risk of losing everything they hold dear. In the tense offices of Alexis, Ava sat in a haze of simmering fury cloaked beneath her calm veneer. Rick had crossed too many lines, drawn her into a web of manipulation she now regretted stepping into. She knew the moment had come to betray him, before he buried her in his games. While Rick enjoyed a family dinner with Molly, Ava quietly made her move, slipping into Alexis's office with the pretext of finalizing some legal documents. In truth, she was there to initiate a clean break. Ava informed Alexis that their deal had spiraled beyond control and pointed the finger squarely at Rick, the third wheel corrupting everything. She proposed eliminating him from the blackmail arrangement altogether, a move that would leave Rick out in the cold and dangerously vengeful. Ava's gamble was bold, calculated, and wholly in line with her survival instincts, but she underestimated just how explosive Rick's response might be once he discovered the betrayal. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, Anna found herself facing Liesel in a long-awaited confrontation. What began as a cryptic discussion quickly spiraled into a charged debate about Jason's relentless search for answers concerning Britt. Liesel, still haunted by the supposed death of her daughter, offered little clarity but plenty of suspicion. Anna questioned the version of events she'd been fed, pressing Liesel for the truth. Whether Britt's fate was truly sealed or merely disguised beneath a veil of misdirection. Liesel, cryptic as always, left Anna with more questions than answers. As the shadows of the past closed in, Anna realized that Jason's instincts may not have been so far off. Elsewhere, Jason found himself frozen in disbelief as a familiar voice echoed from the phone, "Britt." Her tone, laced with urgency and confusion, sent a jolt through him. He barely managed to get a word out before she abruptly ended the call. But it was enough. She was alive. Somehow, some way, she had survived the attack, and she was hiding, at the Five Poppies resort. The call left Jason reeling, torn between storming the resort and proceeding with caution. For him, Britt's resurrection wasn't just personal. It upended everything he thought he knew about the night she supposedly died. And Britt? Her reaction was no less intense. The moment she heard Jason's voice, panic surged through her. Could it really be him? Had she been found after all this time? Was her cover at the Five Poppies, where she posed as a reclusive guest in a hidden villa, blown? She paced the room, every nerve on edge. She'd staged her own death for a reason. Someone wanted her gone, and she feared they would still come for her if they knew she was breathing. Her mind raced. Did Jason know why she'd disappeared? Could she trust him with the truth? At the same resort, Jocelyn was playing her own game of deception. Back in Port Charles, she had fed Carly a story about a solo trip to Australia, claiming she needed time to heal from her breakup with Vaughn. In reality, she was holed up at the Five Poppies with Vaughn himself, engaged in an elaborate ruse. The two were posing as newlyweds as part of a covert assignment, one orchestrated by the WSB. Jocelyn, under increasing pressure to maintain the charade, found herself conflicted as her fake relationship with Vaughn began to blur into something more real. Every stolen glance, every quiet moment by the pool, chipped away at her defenses, leaving her unsure of where the mission ended and her feelings began. Meanwhile, Gio and Emma embarked on a mission of their own, one far more dangerous. Tucked in the shadows by the resort's laboratory building, Gio turned to Emma with intensity in his eyes. He needed her solemn promise to keep everything quiet. The lab break-in was for her, after all. She had convinced him that there was something inside, evidence, perhaps, that could change the course of everything they were fighting for. Emma swore secrecy, her voice trembling with the weight of their recklessness. But neither of them realized how close danger truly was. Back in Port Charles, Brooklyn made a painful decision that would shock Chase. He had been eager to build a future with her, dreaming of adopting a child together. But Brooklyn wasn't ready. Not yet. She needed to repair what was broken with Gio first, the fragile thread that still tethered her to the son she had nearly lost forever. Sitting Chase down, she delivered the news with careful honesty. He was blindsided, hurt, but he understood. Brooklyn wasn't saying no to a family. She was saying not yet. And that, in many ways, was even harder to hear. Chase's day took another unexpected turn when he crossed paths with Gio again. Their conversation began with tension but quickly turned into something more human. Gio, still shaken by his recent decisions, listened as Chase praised Brooklyn's courage and her desire to reconnect with her child. Though Gio said little in response, something in his expression shifted. Maybe there was still a bridge to rebuild between them. If not today, then someday soon. Elsewhere, Christina, always the optimist in the Corinthos Davis clan, found a way to lift Cody's spirits with a blend of charm and mischief. Knowing that Ava had put Cody up to a flirtatious scheme as part of a business gambit, Christina encouraged him to raise the stakes. Why settle for the original payout when a smooth-talking Cody could extract an extra $10,000? Her plan was risky, but Cody was intrigued. Playing the part of the charming rogue came naturally to him, and if it helped Ava's cause while padding his own pockets, why not? But even he knew that this game, like all games in Port Charles, came with a price. By day's end, each character found themselves on the precipice of upheaval. Jason debated his next step, knowing that one wrong move could send Britt fleeing again. Britt stared at her reflection, wondering if she had made a fatal mistake by answering that phone. Ava braced for Rick's retaliation, unaware of just how far he might go to reclaim control. Jocelyn clutched Vaughn's hand under the table, her heart betraying her better judgment. Brooklyn whispered an apology to a son who wasn't there to hear it, while Chase watched her walk away, unsure what future they still shared. Emma and Gio vanished into the night, their mission beginning at the edge of a locked door. And Cody, grinning with reckless confidence, prepared to charm his way into Ava's scheme, and perhaps deeper into her world. As Monday fades into night, General Hospital reminds us that in Port Charles, secrets never stay buried, love is rarely simple, and survival often comes down to who is willing to betray first. Tune in as the tangled web of lies tightens around the hearts of those who risk it all to protect the people they love, or to save themselves before it's too late.